Good day, folks. Welcome back to my neck of the woods. My name's Deco, where I share my experience and knowledge, hoping to lessen your learning curve along the way. So today I'm going to talk about why you are not seeing deer. This is probably going to be a multiple part episode because I don't want my videos to be too long. I think people get bored if it's just over and over and over. So I try to make them like 10 minutes or less. So today I'm going to talk about why you're not seeing deer. This is going to be part one, so to speak. So there are many reasons as to why you're not seeing deer, and it's always your fault. It's your fault that you're not seeing deer. It's not the weather. It's not the wind. It's not the spot or whatever it is. That's not it, because the deer are out there. The deer are out there to be found, and it's our job to find them. If you're in a spot and you're sitting a day after day and you're not seeing deer, it's your fault. You need to move. You need to find a new spot. You need to move your stand or your blind or hunt the ground or do whatever you have to do to find the deer, because obviously they're not where you are. But here's some things that you could change in that current spot. If you're seeing fresh sign coming through there, if they're just coming through at night or whatever, these are some things that you need to be aware of that maybe if you stop doing them, you will see deer in those current spots. It's all trial and error. We all learn along the way. And I'm not an expert in any way. These are just things that I have learned maybe from other people and picked up on my own that have helped me. First one is stay off your fucking phone. Don't go on your phone. Stay off your phone. Every time you put your head down, you're not looking up and you're not looking around. A deer could walk right by you. And they probably do. Or they'll skirt somewhere and you just not see them. Maybe they're not in shooting distance, but they're there and they move by, especially if you've done some scouting and you see fresh sign in the area where you are. That's number one, stay off your fucking phone. Number two, and I think this is the most important, is movement. You need to really monitor your movement inside or inside a blind or inside a stand, or if you're hunting the ground, whatever you are, you really need to monitor your movement. So first of all, no fast movements. So if you have a bow hanger and you're in a tree and you go to reach for your bow, you don't do this. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's like a red flag in the middle of the woods that a deer, a squirrel, a raccoon, an ant will pick up on. You move slow. Move slow. Try to, if there is a deer in front of you, you want to make those movements slow and melodical. Melodical? Melodical. Slow. Slow. You got to make them slow. And so, ever been in a stand or been in a blind or been hunting the ground or whatever it is, and you're trying to monitor movement of animals too, and you can see something moving at, I don't know, 80 yards. It's a squirrel or something like that. You can see it clear as day because it's moving like nothing else moves in the forest or the woods, right? The same thing with you. So if you're reaching in your pack and you're moving and you're not making things very, very slow, a deer is going to pick up on that. A deer may see you before you even know that the deer is there. So especially with sound too. I'm going to get onto sound too, but you need to basically stay as still as you possibly can without alerting anything else, really. I mean, I've seen many deer that have looked right at me, and I don't think they can pick me up unless I move. There's been many times where you got your bow and you say you're in a tree stand and you're ready to shoot. Obviously, this is bow hunting. It applies to gun too. So you're ready to shoot, right? And you didn't draw yet, right? And you're just pointing your bow at the deer, and the deer looks up at you. If you don't move, chances are that deer is going to put its head back down. It's not going to be able to pick up what you are if you don't move. But as soon as you move, they're going to pick you up, and they might blow at you, or they might run off, or chances are they might stay there too. Excuse me. So you really have to monitor your movement, and it applies to everything. So I kind of just sit with, a lot of times I keep my bow on my lap. I'll keep my bow on my lap, and I'll just move my head very slow to see behind me or whatnot. None of this. You know, None of it. That's all fast movement, and a deer is going to pick up on that in a second, even if it's far away. Same as you picking up a squirrel from far away. That's number 2. Number 3, and I'll probably keep this to maybe 3, maybe 4 reasons why we're not seeing deer, and then I'll maybe make a part 2 or something like that. Number 3 is sound. You do not want to make a sound. You don't want any type of sound that is not already in the woods, so to speak. So, say you got a tree stand, right? And you got those little things that hold the tree stand together. You know, they like the pegs. You know, and they got like a little clasp on them. You want to tape those up, so when you climb your tree stand, it doesn't go click, 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 click. It could be very, very subtle, but it's like a bull in a china shop. Those are so loud when the forest or the woods are quiet. They're so loud, and deer can pick up on those things from, I don't know, I want to say miles away, but that's probably not the case, but a far distance. So we all eat and we all drink. If I'm doing a short sit, I'm saying 4 hours or less, a lot of times I don't bring food with me. I'll leave food in my truck, and if I get a deer, I'll go back, I'll grab a snack, and while I'm tracking or whatnot, I'll eat. But I try to eat pretty good before I leave, and I try not to eat while I'm out there. That's movement, and it's sound, and it's smell. So those are 3 things that you want to try to eliminate while you're out there. And by eating, it's kind of all 3. But if you have to eat when you're in your stand or you're out hunting, try to minimize the sound. So you want to say it's a granola bar and a wrapper, right? You know, it makes this crazy sound. So you want to take it out and put it in a Ziploc bag, or put it in something that isn't going to make crazy noise when you open it up. Like I talked to a guy, and all he would eat, just to keep him at bay, is those tiny little Snickers bars like this. You know, those tiny ones that we get. And he would eat one, and he says he'd put them all in a Ziploc bag so they don't have that foil around it, that crinkly foil. That's like, it's like a bomb went off when you try to open one of those in the middle of the woods. It's like opening a soda can. You know, it's so much noise that doesn't belong there that deer are going to pick up on. And not only deer. So there are other animals in the forest that may get alerted by you that will alert deer. You know, red squirrels are notorious for it. They'll sit on a tree and just bark at you, just nonstop. And that's because of movement and sound. Usually they'll pick up on you. Blue jays are like the alert system of the forest. I don't know, you know, but if a blue jay picks up on you, they just yap at you all day. You know, and I'm sure the deer are accustomed to these other alert things that go on. Whether or not they're actually communicating with each other is a whole nother ball of wax. I'll get into that probably another time. All right, so what we have movement. We say stay off your fucking phone. That's the worst. You know, I mean, I've seen, and I am guilty of it also. So there have been times where I've been on my phone looking at, I don't know, Facebook or porn or God knows what. And I look up and there was a deer right there in front of me, just like looking at me like, what the fuck is that guy doing up there? You know, so stay off your phone, minimize your movement, or become very, very aware of your movement. Keep it slow and steady. And I think you'd be good. And the other one is sound. So you want to stay quiet as you possibly can. Especially with your equipment. So if say you've got a climber and you're using a climber, right? And there's a piece of your harness is whacking into your climber. You want to tape that up or add some rubber to it or something, so it doesn't make that clanking sound. You know, same thing with your tree stand and your equipment. It's okay if you're in a tree that creaks, because that's a normal sound that's out in the woods. So I hope this helps you. I hope that this helps you. Like I said, this is going to be part 1. There's many, many reasons as to why people aren't seeing deer. So, and if you're doing, say you do all these, right, and you're already doing all these and you're not seeing deer, you need to move. You need to find a new spot. And it could just be a tweak. It could be moving 20 yards to the right or 20 yards to the left, or, you know, just for whatever reason, they're They're running the gauntlet and they're just skirting around you, right? It's worth getting out of your stand or your blind or whatever it is and get a good look at the lay of the land and get out there and say, all right, why am I not seeing deer? And really think about it, and say, all right, so this run comes in this way, this run comes in this way. And then you may find that they're not taking that run anymore. They've moved over 25 feet because of sound or noise or maybe none of it. Maybe they've just decided that they're just going to take a different path. And these are reasons why you're not seeing deer. All right, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and make some comments. Till next time, it's Dika, my neck of the woods. I'll see you guys later. Bye.